Chapter 5, Lesson 2, Day 2. So this is the second day of doing this. All we really need to do in these questions is to pick apart the question and find the part, the percent, and the whole, and set it up into the percent equation, and then we just solve for what's missing. So if we can read the question, comprehend what it tells us, and pick it apart, we're in good shape. A furnace used 40% of the fuel in its tank in the month of March, so that's the percent. If there was 240 gallons of fuel in the tank, how much fuel was left at the end of March? So 240 is the total or the whole, because it tells us here asking how much was left. So I need to find out what 40% of 240 is. So the part is missing, we'll call it X. 40% as a decimal, that's 0.40. Remember, we write as a decimal. Times the whole, which is 240. And this is going to tell us how much of it is used, because it's 40%. And this is the trick part of the question. It says in the end how much fuel was left, not how much was used. So once I find this answer, I have to realize that that's only what was used, not what is left. So make sure that you keep that in mind. 240 times 0.4, 96 gallons were used, and the question is asking how much is left. So 240 minus 96, how much was used, will give us what's left. 144 gallons are left. So be careful that when you find the answer, you've answered the question, not found the info to help you get the answer. Zoe inflated 24 balloons for decorations of the dance. If Zoe inflated 15% of the balloons that are inflated for the dance, so 15% represents 24 of them. How many balloons are there in total? So I'm looking for the whole, or the total. So the part is 24, and that's 15%, 0.15 times the whole. I would divide both sides by 0.15. And I should have brought my calculator with me, so if you don't mind me, 1 second, 24 divided by 0.15, and 160 balloons are the total. Number 3, Haley is making admission tickets for the dance. So far she has made 112. That's how many she has made. Her plan is to make 320. So this is the total, or the whole. This is the part. What percent? So the percent is missing. So the part is 112 equals X, which is the percent, times 320. I want X by itself, so I need to get rid of 320. So I divide both sides by 320. And 112 divided by 320. So 0.35 equals X. Now we don't leave this like this. This is the decimal answer, and it's asking for the percent. So to convert it to a percent, I move the decimal over 2 places. 1, 2. So X equals 35%. So she has made 35% of the tickets she wants to. Number 4, a bag of candy contains 300 pieces, so that's the whole. 28% are red. So how many pieces are red? So X is the part, 28.28 as a percent, times 300 the whole. So I just take the 0.28 times 300. So I have 84 red. How many pieces are not red? 300 total, minus the 84 that are red. 216 that are not red. Now the question asks, for example, what percent is not red? Well, I know that 28 is the percent that's red, and it's 100% total. So I would do 100% minus 28%. So 72% of them are not red. So just in case that question is asked, it's possible you might see something like that. That's how you would go about doing that. Number 5, in a recent survey, 60% of those surveyed indicated that they preferred walking to running. If 540 people preferred walking, how many people were surveyed? We know the percent, that's here. 540 people preferred walking, that's not the total, so that's the part. And they're asking how many people were surveyed, that's the whole. So 540 is the part, equals 0.60% times x, which is not known. To get x by itself, I get rid of 0.6 on both sides, or 0.60 is the same thing. So 540 divided by 0.6, x equals 900 people total. And that should make sense because the total is more than the part. How many people preferred running? So there's 900 total. And it tells me up here that 540 preferred walking. So I subtract the 540. Oh, keep that at 10, sorry. So that's 6. 360 prefer running. So we've got to read the question, comprehend the parts, and make sure we've answered the question. Sometimes we have to do a little bit more than just finding the answer.